Hi guys, Danny here from Danny's Scrappy Chicks, close to my heart, independent consultant. And tonight I wanted to share with you some stars that I've been making. These are just made out of paper. These particular ones are from the 'Tis the Season paper range. These are actually zip strips. And I've actually stuck these together because normally you'd make these stars out of double-sided paper. So I've stuck 2 zip strips together and this is what I've ended up with. So to make these beautiful stars, you need, these particular ones are 10-inch strips by 1/2 inch. So you need 12 strips in total, and you're going to make your star in halves. So lining up my first strip in the middle of my mat, and I'm going to cross a second strip over the top. Now I put a glue dot in the middle there, so good old glue dots. I'm using the larger size today, but you can use smaller sizes if you wish. I did find Tombow adhesive personally wasn't quite right when it came to doing this. Now I need to put a second glue dot on, and I'm actually just using the edge of the roll as a bit of a guide and lining it up with my other strip of paper, so along this edge when I put that on. And then I want to lay down my next strip. So this is a weaving pattern. So this strip here went over this strip, and now this strip is going over this strip. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. Next, you're wanting to do the same but coming from the other way. So we're ending up with this square pattern, all right? And I'm going to put glue dots under here. I'm also going to put a glue dot under this one. You'll find later on when you're putting your star together that it actually makes it more stable. So my gaps in between here, around 1/8 of an inch, perhaps a little bit bigger, that's entirely up to you. If you don't get your edges lined up perfectly straight, don't stress. So here's one that I glue dotted together earlier. So you're going to end up with 2 of these, and your next step, using your glue dots, taking the outer strip from one side, the outer strip from the other side, you're going to curve them under and glue them together. All right, so this is where my glue dots are really handy. I have done these with liquid glass, but I did find that I was having to hold my corners together, so perhaps paper clips or bulldog clips might be useful if you want to use liquid glass on these. Now you'll notice I'm leaving this center one free. You need to do that, all right? That's the piece that actually joins your 2 together. So I'll just do the last one here for you. All right, so now it's looking like this. Here's the second one that I prepared earlier. And what I'm actually going to do is turn one upside down and put the other one on top. Now this strip is going to go under and through the loop underneath like that, and these ones from the bottom are going to come up and go through our loop in the top, or petal. You could call it a petal. It is quite flower-like. If you made it in reds, it'd look quite poinsettia-ish. Now again, using my glue dots, I'm just going to put that on the end there, and I'm going to put the end of my strip on the point, all right, and I'm going to glue that down. And then you would do this at the end, but I'm going to actually just trim off that excess strip that's hanging out, so then you don't see it. So you've got that nice point in there, and you'll go all the way around and you'll do that, and you end up with something like this. Other things that you can do with these, so this is actually 3 together, and so this is my 10-inch, in fact I think this is a 12-inch strip, this is an 8-inch strip, so I'm still with the half width, but when I've gone down, this is a little 6-inch one. I've actually made them 1/4 of an inch, just found it easier to work with. This is a cricket cut poinsettia in the middle, and then I've actually glued these together. So you will also notice on this one, I've put another glue dot in the middle and to hold them together. I just like that look. I think it's a bit more finished. If you leave them apart, once you've put all your corners in place, it is actually quite buoyant. So there's this big gap there in the middle. You can lessen that if you wish by making those ends shorter. That's entirely up to you. You will get different looks depending on how much you pull those in or how much you don't. But as I said, I happen to like that look, so I tend to put a glue dot in the middle. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope you go out and make yourself some stars. Happy crafting!